The Millennium Development Authority initiated the construction of an irrigation of 450 hectares. However, the project was rendered non-functional due to some key defects.
There were issues with it, and the area in question too was not that big. So government thought it as wise to increase or expand the area.
So rehabilitating or making investment in irrigation is very important. We want to be able to transform the agricultural sector so that it can contribute to reducing poverty, help households to increase their income, also help the government to achieve the agenda of economic development.
So through the GCAP, government has sought to support farmers to ensure that they deliver on their mandate.
The government of Ghana stepped into the scene and mandated the Ghana Commercial Agriculture Project, GCAP, to manage the rehabilitation of the Kpong Left Bank Irrigation Project and expansion of irrigation, which would now be made available to 2,000 hectares of land.
We're gathered here today for two of them, Planting for Food and Jobs and One Village, One Dam, under which we intend to transform the agricultural landscape of this nation. This supply will be directly available to 17 communities. The project will also lead to the creation of jobs and, in addition, to the completion of various agribusinesses down the value chain.
This project is rendered in 3 phases. Phase A covers about 810 hectares and sited on the northwestern part of the command land, made up of the Supply Canal, Main Canal 1 and Main Canal 2. Phase B covers a total land size of 800 hectares and is sited on the southern part of the command land. This phase consists of the Main Canal 1 extension. Phase C covers 472 hectares of command land and is sited at the southeastern part of the land. The main intake point of the irrigation is the Akose Dam.
And behind the dam wall is the reservoir, our main source of irrigation water.
The supply canal stretches 3.5 kilometers and bifurcates into 2 main canals.
We have secondary, tertiary and laterals. The laterals take water directly into the command area or the irrigable area.
The Kpong Left Bank Irrigation Project is an automated system regulating water flow into the various canals using automated gating system.
What we have here is the RTU, which means Remote Terminal Unit. It receives command from the Master Control Center.
This means selected gates can be opened from the main control room and allow the flow of water into the various respective canals. This rehabilitation project will regulate the rain-fed culture and allow farmers to crop all year round, as well as assuage poverty.
We grow all year round. We'll be able to grow and have our vegetables all year to export.
The previous years, normally we use the rainfall to plant under rainfall. We just take 1 season crop a year. Now it's supposed to get like 2 seasons. We can do 2 season crop a year.
We are expecting a lot of development, especially because of the irrigation canal, whereby in the dry season too, we'll be working, we'll be farming. So we know this project will bring money into our pocket.
Torgorme project will also be part of it. I believe strongly we will be in the championing of these food crops that will be hitting to our various marketplaces.
Communities in and out of the scheme have benefited from provisions such as access roads, water access points, cattle drinking points for farmers rearing animals, among others.
We, the Namik communities and the other communities like Fugala Kope, Esokope, Dekope, we are able to get clean water.
Rebecca's role now benefits proudly as the only female roller operator under this irrigation project and perhaps one of the few in the country.
Now, as a roller operator, I'm able to take care of my children and parents.
Through this GCAP project, I have been trained by my manager. Now I am an assistant surveyor.
Prior to the project, most of the communities, you cannot use a car to access the place. The project has provided a total of 85 kilometers of accessible roads.
GCAP project coordinator reiterated that they have put in place some other important measures that will ensure the sustainability of the scheme.
After sinking over $110 million in these schemes, it's an investment which needs to be paid back because we could have put it in the budget of hospitals or schools or roads. But we decided to put it in the soil because we believe that agriculture can transform this country at every community. So what we're doing is to ensure that we put in strong, robust management.
The aftermath is a beautiful story, making indigents aware of the role they play in their own development. The Kpong Left Bank Irrigation Project promises to increase yield, production, protect against yield losses to variable rains, enable cultivation in dry season, and of potentially high-valued crops that consume more water.